We're still in hurricane season when that comes out of the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center commands a little more attention than normal.
Yeah, 10 years ago this month, Isabel left her mark with epic flooding and storms, and subsequent years reminded us of the perils of our location. And by the beginning of next year, it may cost a lot more to deal with. Here's 10 on your side's Tom Schaad.
In coastal Virginia and North Carolina, this is the price of living with the water. And that price may go even higher when we try to buy protection.
We are all now going to be paying more for flood insurance because of what happened during Katrina.
Katrina, the costliest disaster in U.S. history at more than $80 billion, and it pushed the National Flood Insurance Program underwater when it had to borrow $18 billion. That's why Congress passed the National Flood Insurance Reform Act last year, which will raise rates to reflect true flood risk and make the program more financially stable. But the Outer Banks Association of Realtors says the new law will do something else.
If you're the primary resident homeowner and the zone changes, base flood elevation changes, you could see a premium that would have prohibited you from qualifying from your mortgage.
But others say choice is not cheap.
Flood insurance is a cost of living in a particular house. It's going to end up bearing more of a responsibility on the property owner over time. It has to.
That responsibility will come soon for residents living in low-lying areas when new flood insurance rate maps from FEMA take effect. And of course, those new rates have already come out for some homes along the Gulf Coast, some of the hardest hit by Katrina that are eye-opening. You're going to see some of those at 6 o'clock. Now, meantime, raising a standard may be the only way to keep a house from going under. It's a problem in low-lying areas across Hampton Roads. Now, let's look at an historic neighborhood near The Hague. Strong storms have brought at least 7 floods in the last 6 years on a section of Yarmouth Street. Finally, after the November nor'easter of 2009, Canon Moss, who lives here, applied for a FEMA grant that goes toward raising the home he lives in by about 7 feet.
We moved here from Chicago 6 years ago and didn't know the area very well, so when someone said it only floods a little bit here and you look around and you go, oh, you got a huge apartment complex behind us. We're like right in downtown Norfolk. How bad can the flooding actually be? We didn't realize how bad it could actually be, and it's only gotten worse in the last couple of years.
Now, Moss's place is one of 12 in Norfolk which qualified for FEMA's Flood Mitigation Assistance Program. It provides grants to offset the cost of raising the house. Now, this could be a viable option when you hear how much some people could pay for flood insurance under the new law. Insurance experts say the Biggert Waters Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012 will affect about 20% of policyholders.
As long as they remain in their properties, then they probably won't have an increase. They'll be able to keep that subsidized rate. They'll only actually see a rate increase should they sell the property, should they have severe repetitive losses, if they should let the policy lapse, which is very important that they need to keep it current, keep it going, make sure they're paying their premiums.
And the experts say you might also want to have your house surveyed to get an elevation certificate. That could save you money when those new rates go into effect. Now, some of those new rates are high, to say the least. Again, you'll find out at 6 just how high they are. Tom Schaad, 10 on your side.